What's going on, good people? It's Sweezy Two-Way. Yeah, I'm wearing the same shirt as last video because I'm making this video right after the last video. So, yeah, I figured I'd just make all these videos in one sitting and then spread them out and everything like that. And then, you know, I just feel like that's just much easier on my part. But anyways, today I want to talk about firearm education, because firearm education it's really important, and it's one of those things that should be taught in schools, or it should, like, everybody should just know this. Like, everybody in America, like, this country has the most guns. You know what I'm saying? Civilians, we're heavily armed. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of guns in this country, and you would think, since we have all these guns, that we would be teaching people about them. And you know what I'm saying? Because the problem is, you have a lot of accidental gun deaths, and a lot of them happen with kids, or even sometimes adults, teenagers that don't really know what they're doing with guns, and they don't know the 4 main safety rules, and something bad really happened. And it's really sad. And I'm gonna tell you guys a personal story. So I believe I was in the 3rd grade, and this is probably the first time I've ever came across a real gun. And at the time, I didn't really think nothing of it, right? But let me tell you guys the bullshit that happened. So, I think I was in 3rd grade, maybe 2nd grade or whatever. I would get off, like, when I got off the bus, I would get off at my babysitter's house, and then I would wait for my parents to come pick me up, right? So, you know, the babysitter's daughter, she had a friend that lived, you know, a couple houses down the street, right? And, you know, we played outside and everything, and one day, she came out with a gun. Yes, a real gun. It was a pistol. I'm not sure what type of pistol it was. At least I think it was a real gun. It had to be. I don't know. I can't, like, remember exact details. But still, this is still important. So basically, what the girl decided to do, she came out with the real gun and everything, and she was just showing us, and we was like, cool, oh my God, it's just a real gun. And she proceeded to point it at me. She pointed the gun at me. Me being a kid, hey, I'm not really caring. Like, I'm thinking this shit cool, right? She pointed the gun at me and pulls the trigger, right? I'm not scared or anything. Like I said, I'm a kid, right? Nothing happened. It was a dry fire. You know what I'm saying? She pulled the trigger, went click. And then she said it didn't have any bullets. It doesn't have any bullets. And like I said, at the time when it happened, I wasn't thinking much of it. You know, I was thinking it's cool, a real gun, right? Not even thinking about, she just pointed a real gun at my face and pulled the trigger. I could have died. I could have really died. Had there would have been a bullet in that chamber, I would not be here making this video. And it's really scary to think about now. The fact that she pointed a whole gun in front of my face and pulled the trigger. That is what I'm talking about. And she was probably around my age too, or a little bit older at the time. And we're kids, not teenagers, we're kids. So what I'm trying to get at here is all 4 safety rules were neglected. You know what I'm saying? And man, it just is really scary to think about. And this type of thing happens a lot. It happens so much. Kids get a hold to their parents' guns, and they don't know what to do with it. They don't know if a bullet is in the chamber or whatever. And then they go show their friends, they point it, pull the trigger and everything like that. And next thing you know, someone gets hurt, someone loses their life, right? Firearm education is very important, man. You gotta teach kids when they are young. Look, I'm not trying to tell nobody what to do. You know what I'm saying? You can do whatever you want to do, but if you have kids in your house and you have firearms in your house, if kids plus firearms in a house, I believe those kids should be taught about the firearm. I think it's a really bad idea to not have them be aware of what a firearm can do, because it can, you know, firearm takes lives. I think it's a bad idea to just try to keep it hidden from them and not tell them about the safety rules and the importance and everything like that. I think that's a real bad idea, because if they stumble across that gun, I don't care if you got your guns locked up in the safe or what, man. Kids smart, they're malicious, they, you know what I'm saying, they can get into stuff even without you knowing. And you know what I'm saying, if you don't teach these kids while they're young about firearm safety, you're just kind of setting yourself up, especially if they are in a house with firearms. And like I said, this stuff should be taught in school, but first it should start in the home. If you have firearms in your home and you have kids, you got to teach these kids how, you know, what at least the 4 main basic rules of firearm safety. I think the kids should they should know that. And they should know not to point a gun at anybody, and that guns are dangerous and they can kill. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that's really important, man. If we could get like firearm education like on just like a big national level, like in schools, man, I honestly think we could prevent a lot of bad things, a lot of accidental gun deaths, a lot of negligent discharges. We could prevent a lot of things. And these politicians, they're trying to take the guns away for the kids. You know, when a mass shooting happens, you know, a school massacre or whatever, and then they, you know, try to, you know, get the guns taken away and try to, you know, get to your emotions by saying, you know, this is for the kids. You know what I'm saying? No. If you really want to like protect these kids, teach these kids firearm safety. If you want to save these kids' lives, teach them firearm safety. That is the biggest thing that you can do. And I just don't understand why it hasn't been done yet. Like I said, you got all these guns in this country, you know what I'm saying? And like people they're not educated. You know, that's all what it comes down to, the lack of education. And a lack of education with firearms can get people killed. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, when I had kids, if these women would stop playing, I'm gonna teach my kids firearm safety. Like as soon as possible, as soon as I can. I'm gonna teach my kids firearm safety, because I'm probably gonna have hella guns in my house, and they have to understand, they have to know these things, or bad things could happen. But yeah, guys, like I said, firearm safety, very important. Everybody know 2 + 2 = 4. Everybody need to know the 4 main rules of gun safety. That's all I'm gonna say. I hope you guys have a really good day. Let me know what you guys think about firearm education in America. Do you think that we need more of it? Because we sure do. Or you think, you know, everything is all good? You know what I'm saying? Do you think we need to put this in schools, or it should be like a home thing? You know what I'm saying? So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I would love to read your guys' comments about this particular subject and everything. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Be sure to like, subscribe, do all that good stuff if you support the Second Amendment. And yeah, Sweezy2A. Catch you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.